G'day YouTubers, Brett here from Overtime Game with you once again, and welcome back with some more FIFA 13 Connected Career Mode with Newcastle United, the mighty Magpies. Now of course it is Saturday's episode today guys, which means it is comment of the week time. And this video has been put out before the Newcastle-Liverpool game, because I didn't want to record anything after the Liverpool game basically. So there may be an episode out tomorrow on Sunday, but there might not be. I haven't fully decided yet. I've got the video done, I just haven't done the audio, so it may be out. We look at the table there, you can see we've got a game in hand over QPR above us, so we definitely need a win today. I need a win to catch up with Fulham, who are 2 places above us as well. We have rotated slightly. Knockout, Brahimi, Gouffran, Guerrero and Taravalo all in the side. Giving some of our starters a rest. Obviously we've just come off the back of a huge win against Tottenham in the Europa League to book ourselves a Europa League semi-final against Benfica. Alongside that, we do in a few days have a derby against Sunderland. Of course, it is the fixture that has recently just been played in real life where Newcastle got slaughtered. It is that fixture, and we will be looking for revenge for that, and we will be looking to get a key win over our rivals in the Premier League. Now, of course, today there is a number of games being played. The first has already been played, and that's Man City West Ham. And that was the early game, and that finished 2-1 Man City. Now, Man City were actually 2-0 up until Andy Carroll scored in the 90th minute to give West Ham a bit of hope. But unfortunately, they just couldn't pull it back. And that's decent news for Newcastle fans. It gives us another person we can still catch up with. But it's not really a big deal because they're not stuck in relegation battle. Now alongside that there are games going on currently, and there's Everton Fulham. Again, not really a game that troubles Newcastle fans in all honesty. Southampton West Brom. Now that is a game that will intrigue Newcastle fans because they are another team we can catch up with. Probably deal with a draw there to be fair. We don't really want either team to win to be fair if we want a chance to catch up with them. So a draw is probably the best bet. The next game is huge to Newcastle fans, and that's Stoke versus Norwich. Obviously Stoke are on the same points as us. Norwich are only on 1 point more than us. So if they can draw there and we pick up a win today, all of a sudden we're above both of those teams. And it's huge for Newcastle fans, and that's definitely what we'll be looking to see. Just a draw there, and if not, we'd probably be looking for a Stoke win, because then Norwich are a team that drops behind us. We'll still, if we pick up a win today as well, we'll be on level points with Stoke again. So it just gives us another team to compete with, gives us another team to throw onto the fire before we're in trouble. So probably looking for a draw preferably, if not a Stoke win. Next is Wigan Tottenham. Now we obviously all know what we need there. We need a Tottenham win. Wigan still have a game in hand over us, but they are 6 points behind. So a loss today and a win for us puts us 9 points ahead. Now that's huge, because all of a sudden it means that even though they'll still have a game in hand, even if they win that game in hand, we'll be 6 points clear. So it's massive for Newcastle fans, and we definitely need Tottenham to win there. And to be fair, Tottenham have too much strength for a team like Wigan, so they definitely should win, especially when Tottenham are pushing for a Champions League spot still. Now, obviously the late game is the one that I'm interested in most, and that is Newcastle-Liverpool. Now, my dad is actually a Liverpool fan, so this is a massive, massive game for us. It is on ESPN, so we'll be watching it. And Newcastle desperately need the win there, guys. A win pretty much secures us safety, especially if other results go our way as well. And whereas a loss definitely throws us into the fire, and all of a sudden, if Stoke win today as well, all of a sudden we're in desperate trouble. Now, alongside that, Liverpool are without Suarez, so they are a far weaker team. And I'm going with a 2-1 Newcastle win. What do you guys think? Now, it is time, guys, for comment of the week. We haven't had too many comments this week, but we still have a number that can be decently put into comment of the week. And the first is actually by a guy called Thomas Skelly, and he's had a few comment of the week so far, and he's got another one today. And obviously in one of the previous videos, it was the game against Man City. I asked you for your player of the year, and I also asked you what teams you guys thought I should take for my career mode next season. Obviously in FIFA 14, not as in next season. and he gave me both. And the first was Ruffier's my player of the year. After a rough start, he did not go into the tank. He pulled himself up and kept the club in most of the games. If not for his play, Newcastle United would be in the bottom 12 of the table. Now, I completely agree with that. Ruffier had a nightmare at the start of the season, and I was completely losing faith in him, as we all know. But all of a sudden, came to January and he knew his job was at stake. And he just pulled it out of the bag, much like Ben Arfa did as well. Pulled out of the bag and just was consistent and made brilliant save after brilliant save and just kept us in games. Obviously in the Tottenham game previously he did let in a shocker of a goal, but he then just kept us in the game with nice consistent saves. And hang on, Fulham have got a break here. Berbatov, we do win the ball, so that looks like that's over, so that's okay. Now alongside that, he has shown a lot of commitment to the side. He hasn't dropped into his shell, he hasn't given up on himself or anything like that. He's continued to fight, and he's kept his starting place. Obviously, we haven't really got anyone to replace him, but he's definitely given me a reason why I shouldn't sell him, in all honesty. And Fulham are through again. We've got to shut him down. And we let the goal in. Ruffier couldn't get down to it. The Jagger, he did score against us last game as well, I believe. And all of a sudden, just before half-time, on the 45th minute, Fulham go up 1-0. That's definitely not how we wanted to go in at half-time. We'll look to get something back before the end of the half. Can we? Oh, we just can't make the space, and it is half time here now, guys, and we go in 1-0 down as St James's. That's definitely not what we wanted, but once again I will say I'm sacrificing the Premier League for Europa League glory. I do want a trophy, and that is my priority, in all honesty. Now, as I was saying, Ruffier has definitely kept us in a lot of the games. Without him, say we've had someone lesser in goal, we just wouldn't be able to pull off some of the results we've had. He's kept us in games. He's turned draws into wins for us by keeping us in it. He's turned losses into draws for us as well by keeping us in it. So he's definitely been a vital part, and he is probably my choice for most improved player from the beginning of the season to the end of the season, but I'm not sure yet. So that is one vote for him in Player of the Season awards. Remember to keep on voting, guys. I want everyone's opinions on who should win the awards. Now, alongside that, he also said, take an Empowered League 2 club on a volcanic journey upwards. It'd be fun to watch you build a horrible team into a champion. Now, I have been thinking about this. I got the original idea from Master Bucks, as I've said before. He's taken... Who's he taken? I can't... Leighton Orient? No. Southend United. Sorry, guys. He's taken Southend United from League 2, and he's done really well. I believe he's in the Championship now. And it's a brilliant series over there. Definitely go check it out. And it did give me the idea that I may do that with my series next year. And I was thinking about, I'm from Oxfordshire in England, so I'm around Oxford United, Northampton Town, sorry. Oh, what a save. And MK Dons. So I'm very close to all three of those. So they would be the teams I would choose, to be fair. So that is going to be one of the options when I give you the vote at the end of the year, just before FIFA 14 comes out. And as well as that, I think I'm probably going to choose a Premier League team for you to vote on, a League 2 side, a Bundesliga side, a Serie A side, or a La Liga side. And we are 2-0 down all of a sudden. Berbatov in the 64th minute. Oh, this is just awful. We have a lot of pressure and we just can't turn it into a proper attack. And unfortunately we get hit on the counter-attack, and we just leave too much space, and Berbatov gets the goal for Fulham. That's just not how we wanted to end this. But that's an absolutely gorgeous goal by Brahimi. And remember what I was saying about if you see a potential goal of the season, say it. That could potentially be one. What do you guys think? Look at his lovely finish. Goalkeeper had no chance, and all of a sudden it's 2-1. 1 minute between them scoring and us. And we're back in this, guys. We only need the one goal to tie it up again now. So definitely a good choice, good goal for us there. Brahimi's been outstanding with his finishing, to be fair. He hasn't done too much else right, but he's been absolutely outstanding on his finishing. Now, the other comment of the weeks are one by Fred Feuerstein. Sorry if I've said that wrong. And that one was actually about the Mario Götze deal. Obviously, I complained a lot about the Mario Götze deal, but he pointed out that there was a clause in Götze's contract that he could actually leave for the amount Bayern Munich bought him for, so Dortmund couldn't actually do anything about it. Now, I didn't know this when I first made the video, but I did learn it after the video. I saw it in the Sky Sports News, so I did know about it afterwards. But I fair enough if that's the case, but the fact is clauses like that for players like Goetze should never be drawn into a contract. It's just a way of getting rid of your players. It's just disgraceful, especially when they could have got 50 million for Goetze. He's that good, and he's that young as well. They could have got 50 for him. I know they didn't know that when they first signed the contract, but still, it's ridiculous signing things like that. Now, it's similar to the Mbiwa deal. Obviously, we had a £7 million buyout clause, and it was just awful. Made us sell him to Chelsea for a lot less than he was actually worth. I know we got him on a free transfer, but that's just not the sort of deal we should be making. Things like that should not be in contracts, because it just gives a way for players to get out of your club if they want to, and it's just not what you need at a club, to be fair. So that is the comment of the week there, guys. As you can see, Moses Sissoko's got an injury there, and he will be out for a few games, and he's most likely going to miss the first game against Benfica in the Europa League. Hopefully he will be back before then, but we're not 100% sure. It does say 3 to 4 weeks. I believe it could be longer, actually. So we're going to have to deal without him, and we missed the ball there. We could have got another goal, and Jeffron played the ball. I pressed the button to switch players LB, and all of a sudden, because I pressed that at the same time, I went to press the through ball button. It played a ball in the air, and Knockout couldn't get on the end of it, whereas if we had played a through ball, Knockout would have been there and it would have been a Newcastle goal. So I'm blaming that on FIFA crap, to be fair, rather than me, because I've had that so many times where I've pressed the LB button, especially for shooting, and it's just all of a sudden I've gone to change a player and just chip shotted it rather than shot normally and change players. It's just ridiculous, and it's really annoying. They need to change that button. 2 minutes added time. Can we pull this one off, guys? We can't. There's the final whistle. That was a very quick 2 minutes, in all honesty, and we fall 2-1 to Fulham, who open a bit of space above us in the table now, and I believe that means we're 9th. That's definitely not what we wanted. But in the next video, guys, which will probably be Monday, or if not Sunday, we do play Sunderland in the derby, and as you can see, it is 2 weeks for Sissoko, so it's not too bad. So he may be back in time, but we're not sure. So remember to leave a comment, like and subscribe, guys. Share the video if you will, and peace out, YouTube. We're heading into overtime.